If you think by just learning French grammar, one can actually clear the TEF or TCF Canada exam, then let me break this to you. You are on the wrong path. If you jump straight away, directly to all the mocks without having a strong foundation, you might be thinking that you're building path to the success. However, you're actually building your path to the frustration or maybe just multiple attempts, which is not only expensive but extremely draining because it is stressful to see that you've not cleared. At the same time, many people do not know that when people do not clear the TEF or TCF or they fail, it is not because they have had a bad French. No, that is not the real cause. In fact, the principal cause here is that they were on the wrong path. They were following the wrong process, or they did not even know what it takes to get those CLB 7. Let me bring this a wonderful fact here. To get that CLB 7 score, you do not have to be 100% ready. All you got to do is just to be about 60% ready. And if you are 60% ready, I promise you, you will clear the TEF or TCF just within the right time frame without having taken multiple attempts. So, if you're somebody who is watching this video and going to take the exam in 2026, then this is the video for you because I'm going to break it down step by step that what exactly you got to do to make this work for you, and you do not have to spend your time, money, energy, anything on multiple attempts. This is Ankita Agrawal. I am TEF cum TCF Canada coach expert. I live in Toronto and I have helped thousands and thousands of students to make their dream come true by making them learn French just for Canada PR. Let's get on to the video. Okay, now let's just first understand what is exactly needed. Exactly needed are two things: the right mindset and the strategy. More than 80% of the students think that French is about grammar, while that is actually not true, guys. What you really need to clear the TEF or TCF Canada exam are three things: your speed, your strategy, and of course the French usage. I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail little later, but first let's get this fixed. When you call yourself as A1, A2 or B1 doesn't mean that if you clear or if you complete the grammatical exercises of those particular level, you are at A2 level. That's actually not true. When I was a learner, I was overwhelmed with the books of Saison, Edito, Cosmopolitan, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have that much of a time and I really cannot do these many books. I tried doing them because I had, of course, no guidance, and during that time it was very clear that if you do this book, you are at A2 level. If you do this book, you are at A1 level, which is actually not true, and it is definitely a myth. Then what is exactly that we are missing here? Sometimes some of the institutes, some of the trainers tell us that you have to do tons of these grammar exercises, and grammar is relatively easy. So we follow the strategy, we go ahead and we do tons of exercise. I also did the same and it was totally waste of time. I'm not saying that this is not a good practice, guys. For the longer period, yes, it is great that you should have a great grammar. But tell me one thing: how many of you literally understood, learned, read English by just following the grammar book of Wren and Martin? Definitely it was a great book, but doesn't mean that you learned English or you started to speak a fluent English like the way you do today because of the Wren and Martin. Similarly, there is no way that we are clearing TEF or TCF Canada exam by just doing French grammar. That's not true. So keep this mindset as fixed that we need to go beyond that. Now let's understand what is it that we gotta do. Step number one. The step number one is, if you're somebody who is just begin your journey, whether you are A1 level or A2 level learner, you don't, hear me out guys, you don't have to look at that mock right now. Many people come to me saying that I've already done TEF exercises, I've already done TCF exercises, this is what I'm getting, that is what I'm getting, and they don't even know vocab yet, right? This is not the way it works. I totally understand that you want to go ahead and take that exam very soon, but you also have to understand that you will clear the exam when you're actually ready. Now, coming back to the step number 1, if you're an A1 A2 learner, you got to have a strong foundation. You got to know your articles, preposition, tenses. You also know the connectors. When you know these well, you have to start applying them. Now, how do I apply? When I'm learning from an institute or I am self-studying, whatever I'm doing, I have to understand that I have to park myself 25 minutes for the listening, 25 minutes for the speaking. That is non-negotiable. What do I listen at this level? You can go and follow this particular playlist of mine, wherein it is for the complete beginner, and you chunk. What is chunking? That you have to listen, then you have to speak and repeat. Listen, speak, repeat. And this particular strategy will be like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because you're not only listening but also speaking. That means you're getting the pronunciation fixed. So this is the step number 1. The step number 2. Now the next step, which is that you have to start familiarizing with the exam, whether you want to target the TEF or TCF Canada exam. If you don't know as of yet, you can go ahead and watch this video of mine, because this is going to be very, very helpful for you. No matter whichever exam you choose, you have to start understanding and applying the grammar and the vocabulary that you have learned so far in A1 and A2, and move yourself to the next level, which is B1. So this is going to be the step number 2 for you. In this step number 2, you're going to apply these rules. Now, how do I do that? So usually there are topics that is usually the domain. We call it as domain. Like in IELTS exam, we have the topics on the work, culture, travel, all of these. Similarly, in the French exam, you will have the topics on the work, culture, and also maybe the travel and all of these. So if you know the vocabulary of these and you know certain question patterns, then you can start speaking a little bit. Start understanding the arguments that if it is section A, for example, for the TEF, then what sort of questions I'll ask. Maybe you can follow this wonderful book of John Matthew. John Matthew was somebody who got this book, he wrote this book so amazing, and you can see a lot of tons of topic here. Mind you, the questions are not getting repeated from this book anymore. So this is not like a golden book, but this is a good book to start from, because you'll start understanding how the speaking section A and B works. Similarly, for the next step that you got to do, which is going to be the following step for you, is about the reading. Reading, especially in the TEF, gets little difficult, because even in TCF, it's same, because it's screen. Unless you've signed up for the TCF pen and paper, you have to read like this on the screen, and it's so difficult. I remember my time, I was so tempted to highlight this by the highlighter, because that's how we have usually done reading in our life. But now it's not that possible, and it's so difficult to just retain everything in the mind and answer that question. The timer is running. So in order to conquer all this, you have to inculcate a very small habit of reading a newspaper, French newspaper, every day for 15-20 minutes. Now, if you read the 15-20 minutes French newspaper, you don't really have to figure out each and every word. What matters is the skimming and scamming. What does it mean? That you're like skimming, okay, this is what it says, this is what it means. You're deriving the context out of it. So what happens by this method? You not only go ahead and read, so your reading speed accuracy is increasing, but also your vocab bank in your mind is also increasing. Contextual French is getting into you, which is super important, because that's how we will also go ahead and attempt listening to. So if you understood, if you reached to this point that you started speaking, you started listening, you started reading, now of course you want to do the writing. Writing is comparatively easy, because we have time to think, and we mostly feel very confident in writing after at least the listening, speaking and reading is done. So but what is a big important step here for the writing is that you should know the arguments. Whether it is TEF exam, section B, 3 arguments, that what exactly 3 arguments that you're going to provide to the examiner. Similarly for the TCF, if it is task 2, then how exactly you're going to develop the idea, and task 3, what is your strategy about the sentence. So you should know the vocabulary. At the end, again I'm repeating, it's not about grammar, guys. What matters is that how well you are connecting your sentences, and how well it is looking coherent and cohesion. It should not go out of the topic, and you should have the argument placed so nicely that examiner is tempted to give you CLB 7. And last but not the least step, 2 sub steps here. First, do not, yes, hear me out again, I repeat, do not book the exam unless you feel 60% ready. You might not be always or ever 100% ready, and that's not what our objective is. What matters is that even if you're 60% ready, please go ahead and take the exam. You can book your exam. But if you're not, do not wait or do not think that it is like a guesswork. It is no guesswork. It is an expensive exam. I don't want my students or any one of you to go and face the same examiner again and again, because of course examiners know that, hey, this person came 20 days ago and it was a very bad level, and they don't feel confident that you are now ready from CLB4 to CLB7 just in 20 days. They also know what's happening, right? So it's not luck. It is something which is what matters is your preparation. So what is important here is to understand that you book the exam at the right time and try and have a goal that you want to clear this exam at the very first attempt. And in order to do that, you have to follow these steps. The second sub-step, which I have talked about, is to take the mock. Most of the students do not estimate or do not understand the real magnitude of brain energy when it is getting fatigued. What does it mean? When you go to the center, you mostly start with the reading and then listening, followed by writing. Now, this whole 3 module taking together takes a toll on your brain, and your brain do not function the way it functions at your work desk or at your home. That means you need to give a training to your brain to have that mock at home, that hey, if I take a reading for an hour, listening for 40 minutes, and the writing for an hour, my brain is trained enough to do all of that at one go without any loo break. So do that in your home or in your respective training center, because it is important to take that mock. Without the mock, even if you go, you might as well feel in TCF that, hey, I did not have enough time to complete all my TCF 3 tasks, and TEF, I couldn't complete my Divar and it bumped off from my system. You might face all of that, and in order to avoid this situation, all you have to do is just take the mock. Now, this is all, guys. To sum up it all, do not over-focus on grammar. Do not over-focus on the perfectionism, but work on your pronunciation. Take the listening and speaking right from the day one. Even if you're not confident, it's okay. Just speak. Speak something. Think about it. And maybe you can take the support of this particular playlist, because this is going to be very, very helpful for you. Then reading, skimming and scamming. Writing, think about the arguments, ideas. Speaking, record yourself, and also take a trainer or take a guidance from somebody who can correct your errors and give you the right constructive feedback, because sometimes when we speak, we do not know what we are doing. And lastly, book the exam at the time when you're actually ready and take the mock exam. If you do all of these very well, I promise you, I assure you, you're going to have your Canadian dream come true right in 2026, and you will surely go ahead and crack that exam in very first attempt instead of taking the multiple attempts, because I am somebody who's completely again multiple attempts, unless it's a luck, because of course that plays a very big role as well. And I leave you all with lots of positive energy. Kudos to all of you who are doing 2 jobs and still managing family, friends, kids. Oh my God, you're doing a lot. I'm so impressed, and I'm truly wishing all of you a very, very much all the best. As in, wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Stay healthy, keep learning, keep inspiring.